just gonna slip this somewhere in the video here. Some of you guys might be wondering why I'm buying these things if I sound like I'm so underwhelmed by them. Well, I've gotten through on most 350 purchases since the Beluga 2s, except for like the Marshes and the Sulfurs. So I've got a pretty good streak going, and I'm kind of just seeing how that whole thing works out. So I guess in short, I buy them because Adidas lets me. Yep, that sounds about right. So there you go. Full transparency, people. I believe in that. It's important. What's going on, people? So, this unnecessarily large box happens to have some shoes that I gotta say, I feel like they kind of missed their moment. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people would agree that the hype for the Yeezys has died down quite a bit, like significantly. A decimation, if you will. Learned that word a while ago through reading Marvel things. But anyways, if these had come along maybe like, I don't know, like a year or two ago, I forget when like the Breds and all, not the Breds, the zebras and stuff were coming out. If I had like a calendar or something, I could probably, figure that out real quick. But I don't yet. So for now, we'll just not eyeball it, but we'll just guess. But yeah, we'll say it was like 2 years ago. Had these come out at that point, I think people would have cared a little bit more, right? Now, I don't follow like all the news and stuff, so I don't know. Maybe people did actually care about these. But in general, just given that nobody seems to be really excited about a 350 anymore, I just feel that overall, these would have just done better earlier. But hey, they're here now, so let's see what we see. There you go. There's the top. There's the side. So, I mean, you can probably tell that I'm quite underwhelmed already by these. I didn't even bother to do the review when I got them. I've had these things sitting around. I got them yesterday, but instead I did the Air Max thing. So, gonna knock this out today, get this out tomorrow. Normal things. I'm trying to space out my videos a little bit more like a responsible adult and stuff. Something Anthony Levine talked to me about the other day. Not like scolded me, but, it came up. What's going on there? Oh. Something looked weird in the box. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on into these, right? See what we see. All right, there's that one. And then there's this one. So, okay, well, there we go. That's them. The infamous Bred 350s that people were excited about at some point. I will say they sold a little, well, I won't say they sold faster than I expected, but they gave people more of a problem than I expected this past weekend, or whatever weekend that was. But then again, lately everything has been giving everybody a bigger problem than it needs to be. But whatever, let's just go ahead and knock this review out on these right here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 in the Bred colorway. So, yeah. Let's do this. You might notice I'm going to use this arm because I had a, what's this, kinesiology tape or whatever that's called. As you grow older, sometimes you have problems and whatnot, and they don't heal as quickly on their own as you need them to. So you got to step in and have like modern science help you along the way. It happens. Anyways, right here. Excuse me. Right there. The bottom of the shoe, right? So nothing too fancy down there. Black outsole, white boost. Tell me how many times have you seen that before, right? So we're just going to move right along to this here midsole. And there you also have some more blacked out midsoles going on, right? Again, nothing too crazy. So we can move along. On to the upper, which is also all black. I'm starting to see a trend here. Are you seeing it too? I'm starting to kind of wonder about these things, right? It's just like, They don't have a lot of ideas when it comes to some of these things, but it was a long time ago. Anyways, so looking at this here, right, along the upper, you've got this standard blacked out thing going across the whole thing, and unlike those black statics, this appears to be actual black, right? Because that black on the statics was like a dark grayish, little bit of purple almost. It was not black, people, because I know black. Anyways. So here you go. Black all across, right? Nothing too fancy about it. It is what it is. The stitching pattern that they went with, very similar to what you might see on like the statics and whatnot. If you look deep enough in there, and I'll have to get you guys some close-ups, you can kind of see where the stitching pattern isn't just flat. It's got that normal switched up thing that they do. And so then, moving along, you've got the side panel here, which it looks like it's stitched in a way that it looks like the same transparent thing. I mean, it's obviously not, right? It just is stitched in a way to make it look similar. And then you've got that Supply 350. What does that even mean? I have no idea. No, not a clue. I will say though, I do kind of like some of the more flat colors where it's not a whole lot going on. It's just a personal thing. All black is not really my deal, but whatever. And then moving along to the back, this is something that some people care about. You got this pull tab thing on the heel there, so does that matter to you? I'm curious, like seriously, because some people, they're like, oh man, it's got the pull tab, yay, and some people are like, oh man, it doesn't have a pull tab, yay. I just don't get it. Anyways, we're going to move right along to the front of this shoe because we've talked about the rest of it. See those laces right there? Yep, you got all that. Not a whole lot, right? Just your standard black, no 3M this time around. I get it. Sometimes you don't need to be too flashy. And then, speaking of flashy, on the back though, you do have those strips there, which should be 3M. They look like they'll be 3M. There's only one way to find out, and I won't find that out for another 10 to 15 minutes when I start taking pictures. But we're going to keep this review moving along. So, down there on the inside, on the insole, right? Standard blacked out insole with the Adidas Yeezy in white text. And there we go. We've done it, people. We have covered this whole shoe. Yeah, there was really not much to it. But we're really only halfway done because now I got to do the on foot part. Talk about the comfort and the sizing. So, here we go. Now, these right here, I'm going to say that they're a true to size fit, right? I'm just going to get that out there right now. A lot of people disagree because they feel a little too snug for them, and I get that. They are a snug fit, right? So it kind of comes down to your personal preference. But if you give them some time, they do stretch out a bit as you wear them. But the thing is, as I always say, you got to wear them. You got to not just have them sitting in a box somewhere, right? Somewhat hypocritical for me to say that, but I do what I can. Anyways, as far as the comfort goes, a lot of people also say that these are super comfortable, and they are correct. Overall, most comfortable shoe, that is not, no. I'm going to say no in my opinion. The midsole, yes, super plush. It feels fantastic, right? It really does. But just overall, the shoe itself is good. It's just that, you get me like a React Presto or something like that, Ultra Boost 19. Those are solid contenders for like my personal most comfortable thing. Like right out of the box, they're great. Anyways, back to these here. Like I was saying, the fit, I wear the same size in these as I wear in like my Ultra Boost and basically everything else, and they fit fine, right? What's that mean to you? You tell me. It means whatever you want it to mean. I can't answer that one. And then, like I was saying, it's as far as the all-day wear of these, it's okay, it's nothing fantastic. It's just that where they kind of lose some points is just the way the upper is constructed. There's not a lot of stability or structure to it. It's just like the the prime net. So, I don't know. I'm not going to say that they're uncomfortable. I'm definitely not going to say that. Just going to say that they're not worth running out and saying like you have to have them. That I disagree with. And with that, I believe we have wrapped up everything I need to say about these shoes. I'll give you my own personal thoughts, so if you haven't taken it away from everything I've said, they're okay, right? They are. It's not like it's bad. It's a little plain, you know what I mean? I don't really see what the hype was, other than just the fact that they were super limited when they first came out, but I don't know. I mean, it's an okay shoe, I'm not against it. So there you go. Take from that whatever you want to take from that. And while you figure out what to take from that, have yourself a nice rest of your day or rest your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I'm going to do this on foot thing. Actually, I got one more thing to open, don't I? I got some stuff to do. And you guys out there, maybe you've got some stuff to do too. You can tell me all about it later. All right. Later, people.